Hello everyone. In this video we are going to understand midpoint theorem and its converse, a topic, very important topic from class 9. The statement for midpoint theorem is the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and is half of it. So over here you must see there is a triangle ABC. D and E are the midpoints. DE is connected. So information which is given to us, because whenever we are dealing with theorems, given to prove and then comes proof. So let us first begin with the given information. We know we are given a triangle ABC in which D and E are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively. And what we need to prove, we are asked to prove, it says the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. So midpoints are connected, it's a line segment. What are we supposed to prove? That it is parallel to the third side. Which is third side? It is BC. So we need to prove that DE is parallel to BC and is half of it, and DE is also equal to half of BC. So to prove this theorem we would do construction. Construction is, we have drawn a line through C parallel to BA. So the line is CF, I would say it's a ray, and DE is produced to meet this ray. Let this ray be CX. DE is produced to meet CX at point F, such that, now observe these two triangles, triangle ADE and triangle CFE. We can say these two triangles are congruent. First of all, angles over here, angle 1 and angle 2, they are vertically opposite angles. Second would be AE is equal to CE. Why are they equal? Because we know E is the midpoint of AC. And third pair or third matching part would be, since DA or BA is parallel to CF, these two are parallel, this is a transversal, so angle A or DAE must be equal to FCE, or we can mark them as angle 3 and angle 4. The rule would be angle, then comes side and then angle. By ASA rule, triangle ADE and triangle CFE would become congruent. Let's quickly write down this much. So we did construction through, in the construction we have drawn a line through C, draw CX parallel to BA, which meets DE produced at F. So DE was produced and it meets CX at F. In proof, straight away, in triangle ADE and triangle CFE, first is, we have already discussed, 1 and 2 are equal, they are vertically opposite angles, pair of vertically opposite angles. Second one, AE is equal to CE, this information is given because we know D and E are the midpoints. So this information we already knew. And finally comes 3 and 4 equal, they are alternate interior angles. So triangle ADE is congruent to triangle CFE. Rule is angle side angle. And once we are able to prove that these triangles are congruent, it means by CPCT AD and CF must be equal, but AD is equal to BD. Why are they equal? This information is given to us. From these two, what do we observe? AD is common, that implies CF is equal to BD. CF and BD. CF BD are equal. Also, CF is parallel to BD. Why are they parallel? This was by construction. And from these two, we can say this figure BCFD is a parallelogram. How can we say it becomes a parallelogram? We've already done a theorem which says any quadrilateral with one pair of opposite sides parallel and equal. Okay, so here BCFD can be taken just as a quadrilateral in which BD and CF are parallel, that we did by construction, and they are proved to be equal. So finally from these two we conclude that this figure BCFD is actually a parallelogram, and if it is a parallelogram, DF must be equal to BC. DF BC must be equal and must be parallel as well. So I'll just first write DF is parallel to BC and DF is equal to BC. So if DF is parallel to BC, that means DE would also be parallel to BC. Why? Because DE is just a part of DF. Okay, so our one part, half of the part is proved. Now DF is equal to BC. Can I take half of DF? Half of DF must be equal to half of BC. What would be half of DF? It would be DE. The reason, because when we say that ADE and FCE or CFE are congruent, that means by CPCT DEFE must be equal. You can just mention it here. DE and FE are also equal by CPCT. So half of DF would be DE and half of BC, that remains as such because that's the requirement of our question of the theorem. So this proves both the parts, that DF is parallel to BC and DE is parallel to BC and DE is half of BC. So one of the important theorems, check all the steps. If there's a confusion, any doubt, get it clarified. Let us now discuss converse of midpoint theorem. Over here, the statement says the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle, which is parallel to another side, bisects the third side. So here, if you see, there is a triangle ABC. D is midpoint of AB and DE. E is another point on AC. DE is parallel to BC. Okay, this much information is given. We are asked to prove that E is also midpoint of AC. So we have done a construction, and that construction is similar to what we did in previous case. We have draw CX parallel to BA, which meets DE is produced at F. Now carefully observe this figure. This quadrilateral BCFD has become a parallelogram. How? DE is parallel to BC, so would be DF, because this information was given to us. That means DF is parallel to BC and CX was drawn parallel to BA by construction. That makes this figure, from figure, BCFD is a parallelogram. Reasons you can mention: by construction, because construction only has made this figure a parallelogram. And if it is a parallelogram, that means opposite sides of parallelogram must be equal. So BD must be equal to CF. BD, CF, they are opposite sides of a parallelogram. So if these opposite sides are equal, but what do we know? BD is actually equal to AD. This information is given. From here, from these two, what do we conclude? BD, which is common, makes CF equals to AD. Okay, this result would be used when we talk about these two triangles. Now our goal is to prove that E is midpoint of AC. Pick up these two triangles. Triangle. So we are taking triangle ADE and triangle CFE. ADE. Triangle ADE CFE. AD is equal to CF. This is proved above. Just now we have proved this case, and then since these two are parallel, this is a transversal, so angle, I would mark this as angle 1. Okay, angle over here is equal to this angle, angle 2. 1 and 2 are equal. They are alternate interior angles. And then, so we have got one angle one side. Can we say the angle over here is also equal? These two, angle 3 and angle 4. Which pair is it? Two parallels intersected by a transversal. This is again pair of alternate interior angles. Therefore, triangle ADE is congruent to triangle CFE, and the rule is angle side angle. By ASA, triangles are congruent, and by CPCT, AE is equal to CE. AE is proved to be equal to CE by CPCT. So that's how converse of midpoint theorem would be proved. I am sure this must be clear to everyone.